Be honest, how long have you been thinking of starting your own YouTube channel, but you've just been putting it off? How long has it been? I bet it's been a while, and I understand because I was there as well, thinking of starting and just not doing it. Because let's be honest, when you're starting something new, it can be daunting. You don't know where to start from. And if you're over 40, like myself, then you may think, well, YouTube is for younger people. But that's not true. YouTube is for anyone. So if you're over 40 and you've been thinking, I should start a YouTube channel, I'm here to tell you to start. Definitely start. The second thing you may be thinking about is, well, I don't even know what my channel is going to be about. Well, what do you like to actually watch on YouTube? Do you love baking and do you watch many videos about baking? Or do you love gardening and you watch many videos about gardening? Now think to yourself, if you were to create, not even 100, if you were to create 500 videos about gardening or baking, would that still interest you? Would you still be interested in creating content for those particular channels, or would you be bored? Because remember, YouTube is a long game. It's not like you post your first video and then you get millions of subscribers. No, it's definitely not that. And when you look at other people, other YouTubers, you may think, oh, well, they are so polished. They come across so well on camera. I can never be on camera. Well, maybe you're watching a YouTuber who's so established, who's been in the game of YouTube for like 8 to 10 years. So they've had practice. But look at their earlier videos and see how they've progressed. And you know, putting out your first video is probably one of the hardest things because you will overanalyze, you'll even over-prepare. But once you actually publish it, and you realize that the world is still as it is, nothing drastic has changed, it slowly reduces your fear. And mindset is a huge thing when it comes to being a YouTuber. And if you're over 40 and you think, I'm too old, I can't learn new skills, I don't want to put myself out there, what will my family and friends think? Let's answer those questions. What will your family and friends think? Well, if you aren't comfortable with letting your family and friends know about your new venture, this whole new YouTube channel, then don't tell them. You are the person who can decide when to tell people about your YouTube channel, or if you'll tell them at all. And if they happen to stumble across your channel by chance, well then, the majority of your friends and family will be happy for you. Because they'll think, wow, you were brave enough to try something new. And as for learning new skills, let me tell you, that's scary. It is. Because even with me, I always said to myself, I don't like editing. I don't want to learn about editing because I will not be good at it. I'm not a person that's tech savvy. But guess what? I'm editing now. I'm using CapCut, which I think is quite simple to use, and I was really surprised about it. It actually gives you the transcript so you can see the words with like I'm speaking right now. So if I have CapCut, it will show me the words. It will say the whole video from beginning to end of what I've said, and I can delete words as I go along. And I was putting it off for so long because I thought that editing was too difficult to do. And that's the thing, when you shift your mindset to you can do this instead of it's going to be absolutely difficult, then that has a stumbling block for you in place already telling you, don't do it now, delay, delay, delay. You may also think, well, I have to look a certain way to be on YouTube. I have to be an expert in order to be a YouTuber. If I'm going to be talking about something, like if I'm going to be talking about learning Spanish, I need to be an expert at it. No, you don't. You can be a guide. You can share your experiences. People want to watch content and they want to be able to relate to you, because we are human. It's having human connections. It's about building community. It's about creating content that has value. For example, if you love fixing cars and it has been such a passion of yours, now by creating videos about fixing cars, you're teaching other people to fix cars. If you like do-it-yourself projects at home, you're teaching other people about DIY projects. If you absolutely love fashion, then you can teach other people about how to look really fashionable. And YouTube is also fun. Yes, it is frustrating at times, but it's also fun because learning new skills are so important and they're so valuable. And the fact that the learning never ends is something so powerful. Every day I'm learning something new about YouTube. I'm learning new skills. With YouTube, you will learn about scripting and you learn about ChatGPT and how that can help you with your scripts. You will learn about Canva and how you can create thumbnails. You will learn about researching for ideas. So if you're a new YouTuber and you think, I now have found my niche, I want to talk about gardening because I love gardening. But then you think, I don't know what topic that I actually want to talk about within gardening. Look at other videos that are out there. If, for example, you can see that there are some videos that have done really well, they have thousands of views, but people don't have many subscribers. Like, for example, there's a gardening channel out there, and if you find it, and it's called, as an example, Michael's Gardening. And Michael's Gardening only has 5,000 subscribers, but he has a particular video which has received about 50,000 views. Look at that video and think, can you actually create a similar video which could also do well? So if you're over 40, like myself, yes, I watch YouTubers of all age ranges, but I also really like to watch YouTubers that are over 40 because there's a lot that I can relate to. And if you think that YouTube is saturated, it actually isn't. In fact, we need more YouTubers that are over 40 to share their experiences. You may have been 20 years in a certain profession. For example, you may have been a nurse for 20 years and you'd like to talk about your experiences. Or maybe you were a teacher for 20 years and you'd like to talk about your experiences. Or, for example, maybe you had your own events company for 20 years and you'd like to share that. Or it could be your hobbies as well. We need more people to come forward and create their own channels who are over 40 because they have so much to share. They have those years to share. They have those life experiences to share. And the thing is, people who are also consuming YouTube, the people who are watching YouTube, a high percentage of them are people who are over 40, over 50, over 60, over 70. So the audience is there to watch YouTubers over 40. However, there aren't enough over 40 YouTubers. And you know, the thing is, you may think, I'm just too nervous to actually even see myself in a video. I'm too nervous to put myself out there. I don't like being on camera. Well, as I'm recording this right now, it is nerve-wracking. It is, because it's unnatural to see yourself all the time in a video. It's unnatural to speak to a camera. It's unnatural the whole process is unnatural, right? But like with so much in life, the more you do it, you get used to it. You create a habit, you create a system. And if you improve each video by just 1%, you will get better and better. You will see if you've created 20 videos, right? If you will look at your 20th video versus your first video, you will see the difference. And they often say create 100 videos, because then you'll also know if you want to keep going with this. You'll also know whether you just want to have YouTube as a hobby, which is perfectly fine, or do you want it to create some income for you? Do you see it as a side hustle? Do you see it as one day becoming your full-time thing? Because as we get older, let's be real. People want money in their later age, in their retirement age. They want to think about other ways that they can make money. And you can make money on YouTube or via YouTube. You can make it through AdSense and YouTube monetization. You can make it through brand deals. You can make it through affiliate links, which is having a link in your description. People go to that link and they purchase, say, certain products, and then you get a percentage of their product. For example, if their product costs $20, maybe you get like $1 from their product as commission. Or you have your own products and services. You may be selling a course. You may be selling a course about fitness, for example. So there are so many options. Even, for example, maybe you are a hairdresser and you talk about haircuts and how to style your hair, etc. Maybe it then leads to your people clicking the link to your website and people actually coming and visiting your salon. So there are so many ways that YouTube can also help you financially. But it is a long journey. Make no mistake about that. Yes, sometimes people can have overnight success, that is true. But YouTube is often a long game. And you think, okay, I'm going to publish my videos and people are going to comment and I'm going to get so much engagement and I'm really going to see the fruits of my labor come to fruition. But that's not always the case. You may post content, you may post your videos, you may put your heart and soul into it and nothing happens. You don't get feedback, you don't get subscribers, you don't get watch hours, and you feel like giving up. But hold on, don't give up just yet, because you don't know when that one video will do really, really well and things can really happen for you. And that's the thing. Every time you post a video, you don't know what's going to happen. And that's so exciting because you're taking a chance on something. You're taking this chance and you don't know the outcome. And life would be so boring if we knew the outcome of every single thing that we did. But if we took chances and we were just excited to see how it would turn out, that's just so wonderful. And yes, at the same time, you may think, oh, this video is going to do really, really well. And then it tanks. It does not do well at all. And you're just so despondent about it. But keep going. Work on the next video. See what happens with that. And being over 40, you also can think about things like, this is also your legacy in a way, Your great-great-grandchildren will one day see your videos on YouTube as well. They'll be able to know who you were as a person. And I think that's so incredible. Like my great-great-grandparents, I will never know what they sounded like. I will never know how they spoke, whether they spoke with emotion or whether they were quieter. But with YouTube and with the video creation, we're able to see that. We're able to speak to people, even though I'm speaking and I can't hear the other person at the moment. We're able to connect with people from all over the world. You don't need to have fancy equipment to start your YouTube channel. You can use your phone. I'm using my phone right now. And if you have a bit of money, you can have a mic like this. It helps me to have a physical book, actually. Maybe if you like having to write things down, that's what you like. It helps me because I actually write down the videos that I am going to create. Because sometimes when it's all in my mind, I lose focus. But if it's written down, then I can plan accordingly. I can strategize. I know what my week is going to look like in terms of creating content. So try and list down the videos that you want to create. Try to have it, okay, I'm going to record on this day. I'm going to publish my video on this day, so that you have timelines in place. Because if you do not have timelines in place, what will happen is weeks, months will go by and you won't create the content. You won't create the videos. And when you have big lapses in between, say your first video or your second video, you get used to not creating content. But if you are consistent with the content, it becomes a habit. And then you actually get so used to it and you think, oh, I miss creating content. I miss creating videos. And even when it comes to notes, you know, if you want to write down your notes in a book or on your phone because you can't remember everything and you don't want to miss any information, do that. You know, who's to say that there is an absolute right way and an absolute wrong way about creating videos? Things can be different, you know. What is a certain person's way of doing something doesn't have to be your way of doing something, because you are learning as you go along, and you're also learning about your audience. What does your audience want? Maybe you create a video and they comment in your video and they say to you, well, I'd really like you to create a video on this aspect of cooking, for example. I don't know how to get started with cooking. Can you create a beginner's video about cooking? Or they can say to you, well, I'd really love to fix my car, but I don't even know where to start. So you can create a beginner's video about how to fix cars, for example. And even watching other YouTubers helps a lot, right? But don't fixate on watching too many videos about how to start YouTube, because what tends to happen is then you think too much about the planning process and the research process about how to actually create content, how to actually create videos, instead of actually doing it. Now, doing it, creating the videos, is where you learn the most, because when you create the video, it's no longer a theoretical thing of I'm going to create the video, but it's a practical thing of I'm going to create the video. And when that happens, you are putting in the motions of learning at such a faster rate, right? You're creating the video, you then watch the video, you publish the video, and you think, okay, I could have maybe have had a better intro, or I forgot to tell people to subscribe. I should do that. By the way, please subscribe if you like this content. And you learn as you go. But if you always delay and if you have huge gaps between creating videos, then you aren't giving yourself enough time to learn, because you aren't producing enough videos for yourself to learn through, or to learn from rather. And you know, it's completely normal to be on camera and to make mistakes, whether it's through what you say, right? Or through forgetting things that you'd wanted to say. It's completely normal. You don't have to be perfect. I will keep reiterating that you do not have to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. So let us break through from that perfect mindset. Let us work towards, I'm going to post content, I'm going to get started. And if it doesn't go well, that's okay. I'll be better in the next video. And if that still isn't wonderful, that's okay. I'll keep trying until I don't like it, I realize I don't like it, or until I realize that this is something that I actually want to continue for long term. Because it's fine to also think that it's not for you. You know, that's the other side of it. It doesn't mean to say that if you start something in life, you have to stick to it no matter what. You have choice in this world. You have options in this world. Remember to have fun with your YouTube journey. Remember to be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Remember to not compare yourself to others. You are not seeing the mistakes that people make in their videos, the mistakes that they have edited out. You are not seeing that, you know. So you may think, oh, I'm making so many mistakes in this video. I've been trying to film. I've been filming for 45 minutes to an hour, and this video just doesn't look good enough. You know what? It's better to put out something which is decent than for it to be perfected and for you to delay. Have the mindset of, this is exciting, I'm going to give it a shot, I'm going to see what happens, and I'm going to learn new skills. And either way, whichever way this pans out, I'm glad I took a chance on myself. Reframe it. Really, really, really reframe it. I wish you the absolute best of luck in your journey. I hope that you love YouTube as much as I do, and keep well and keep shining. Take care. Bye-bye.